Alright, how's it going, guys? Michael here from 3D Print Everything, and if you're a follower of the channel and company, or me, or whatever, then you know that I upload infrequently, non-consistently, and they're generally just rants, and this one's not going to be any different. So, mostly going to be giving you kind of updates on my situation and the company situation. So if that interests you, feel free to watch. But if you don't want to just listen to me talk for the next like 5 to 15 minutes, no worries. You don't have to. Watch a different video that's more interesting. But yeah, guys. So I am back in my garage as far as running 3D Print Everything. I do have plans to soon move this to another location and have more of a storefront, kind of like I did in White Settlement, but a little bit more fancy. But the partnership that I had filmed and made a video about recently, I've unfortunately had to end that partnership, and it was on amicable terms with the partners. I don't hold any hard feelings against them or hold any negativity there. I understand that things just kind of got out of control and were more than they could handle at the time. Unfortunately, that's cost my company a lot of money. I won't even do a number, but it's more than 4 figures. It's more than 5 figures, I think. So that kind of stinks, but you know, it's not in vain. Well, I guess whatever. The point is I'm pushing on, I'm cleaning up the mess, and we're moving forward. So we've got our printers back because I had moved them over there to the business partner's house. Even got our big printer back. So big printer's back in the garage. Unfortunately, it's down. We have replaced a handful of the electronics on it, and we got to like 98% ready to run, or maybe 90%, and it just needs a little firmware tweaking and then probably some initial tuning. It could probably use a new heat bed and build plate, but you know, I can probably run with the one that's on it at least for a handful of prints. One of the things I've learned though is that these like prints that come off of these printers are just about easier now. You know, I bought this before I had any Bamboos, and I would just about rather design something to be assembled and printed on 4 Bamboos than try to use this thing and print with it. I do want to get it going again, and I would feel great if someone would offer me 10 or 15K for it once it's running. I probably wouldn't be able to get 3 or to 5K with it not running. But once it's running and tuned in, I might post it for sale, or at least try to use it, and I'll probably wind up printing stuff for myself, like subwoofer boxes and unique pieces for Sound Affinity, one of the other companies that I'm involved with. So just a little tidbit, just because I'm looking at this is my subwoofer that I paid a lot of money to build and assemble, and unfortunately my spider in the subwoofer has come unglued. Now luckily that hasn't caused any damage other than that glue and possibly misaligning the coil, so I can't, according to the manufacturer of these, which I talked to the owner of this company, EM Audio, which he is a great guy, great company. They are going to get me a recone kit, so I'm going to have to remove, if I understand right, like all of this and the spider, shim it, and then reinstall it, and that's going to cost me a couple $100 per subwoofer, and I think only this one's broken, so maybe I'll run it with the other one and see, you know, if it goes that, or I'll recone both of them. But yeah, it would be good to get this guy running again. I did get some of my audio supplies back, so I have some amps and all my cords and whatnot. Not all of that's mine, half of it's Bill's, but I do have my pod speakers here. I have my other pod speaker in my car. I'm going to bring that back. Got my DAC up there, and I'm going to hook up a small little demo setup in here, and to hopefully also have it ready so I can demo to other people. I actually have 2 clients that are clients of 3D Print Everything that I want to introduce them to this company, which I think they've actually already been semi-introduced, but they've never heard any of these boxes. So we're going to show them some of the bigger, more impressive ones, not the small one. hopefully next week. But yeah, that printer's okay. I'll have to do a review on it. It's one of those that's like, I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. Let me think. So I'm still working at UT Southwestern. So I run the 3D print lab there, where we're doing the medical research. Got some work to do there. We had a real big project that I needed to spend a lot of time up there. I was spending up to 30 or 40 hours a week up there during the initial start of that partnership. So it was good timing for that partnership for me to be able to work at UT and complete the project that they needed me to do there. And then they ended up not having any work for me to do right after I finished that work. So it's been about a month of me pretty much not doing anything at UT Southwestern, but that allowed me to spend all my time focusing back on 3D print everything. And this garage was a much bigger wreck before I moved everything back in, and I've moved everything back in and kind of messed things up. But I am getting rid of a lot of stuff. When I moved back in, I got rid of I think 6 excess 3D printers that I don't need. So if we're gonna play spot the printers, we got a 1, 2, 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, and an 8, and a 9 that all really just need to disappear. That one I've spent too much money on, and it's still just like that old collector car that you're like, it should be worth more than it is, but I'm not selling it for $100. I'll give away the King Runes if anybody literally wants to show up here in DFW and just grab any of these King Runes. They're free right now. I'll just give them to you. This one, I just need a reason to sell it, or I need to post the thing. I need to post that stinking extruder. That printer is probably worth $0, but that extruder is worth at least $150 to $250 used. So I'll sell that. What else, guys? There just has, it's been a lot. I've gained weight. If you look at my videos from 4 years ago, I'm probably 20 or 40 pounds heavier. So I need to go to the gym. I need to slim up some. I do plan on doing that. I was watching Louis Rossmann, and one of the best comments I've ever got was that I'm the Louis Rossmann of 3D printers, and that was a huge compliment. And I don't necessarily believe that I believe that. I think I provide a format similar to him, but he's a little bit more polished, and at least he's more consistent. So until I can fully embody that and appreciate it, I need to at least be posting on a regular basis, at least one video to 3 to 5 videos a week. There's no reason I can't pump out something every day. So I'm gonna try to get back into that swing, and just talking about, now the bamboos are the new thing. That's what I'm using. So I really just need to do a lot of videos on the bamboo. I need to show off my silencing kit a little bit more and actually turn that into a product and sell it. Also, I've hopped on TikTok. So my girl has been doing really good on TikTok for a start, and for a random person. She got plugged into a really good community, has become an agent, so she can get people in her agency and help them, grow their live and get on live sooner rather than having to have all these followers. I'm sorry for the shaky camera. I swear I'm gonna get here's how silly this is. I have this right here, but it's a little cheap, and then I'd have to sit in front of it. I tell you what I'm gonna do. Okay, I was about to give away my girl's Christmas gift, but I'm not sure if she'll watch this video, so I won't. But I want to get what I got her as a gift, because then it would be useful in this setting. But anyways, yeah, so she's doing good, and I've gotten on TikTok as well, and I've started TikToking, so occasionally I go live. It's pretty much only, and this is more personal, so if you like me as an individual, you can seek out my TikTok. It's Michael Lynn Official. I'll go live, and I'll occasionally go live playing some either video games or just go live in general. So maybe later, if I want, I'll go live and just kind of be showing off the shop live, and you can comment and talk with me there, rather than me having to record a video and you comment and me coming back and having communication days later. You can have instant communication with me if you want to check out the TikTok. So yeah, and it'd be great if I can eventually get a social media manager of some kind that'll just kind of help with managing all this. But until that, I've got to just learn how to do it myself. yeah, I want to get back into giving good business tips the best I can, and you know, the only thing that sucks about me doing that is I feel like I've failed. Like I feel like, and maybe that's not fair. I don't know, but I want to I want to provide good information to people, but I also see that I'm not as successful as I thought I would be by now if I looked, back in the past and where I'd be today, 5 years ago or whatever. Um, I don't know. I'll give the best advice I can give, and then just preface that, hey, the market sucks, and I'm not, just killing it in a super yacht yet. So, you know, I'm not Taz Lopez and trying to sell you a course, but I don't know. Anyways, the market is tough. I know a lot of guys are struggling. A lot of people I know are struggling. And I mean, and even me, I'm upside down right now, and that kind of sucks. So I need to make some good business and make good decisions so that I can, pay off the debts that have come up from the business and in life. But things are going good. We're getting a lot of really good business. Got a lot of good B2B customers, a lot of returning customers. Just had someone call me from 3 years ago, made them a part, and they need that same part made again. And it's like, perfect. That's a nice $600 invoice, and that type of stuff is what keeps me going and keeps all this going. So if there's a general lesson to get out of this video, consistency in just about anything you do is going to be important. Whether it's working out, whether it's showing up to your job, whether it's showing up to your own company, posting online videos, streaming your gaming videos. Consistency. I struggle with that to a degree in certain areas. Definitely going to the gym and posting videos, but I'm getting better with going live on TikTok a little bit more consistently, and definitely showing up to work every day consistently and making sure this job gets done. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk for a little bit in a video, and we're gonna make more videos and post more and more often. And I can't tell you how many videos I've shot and got halfway through or just not finished and then not posted. So there's a lot of stuff that I don't even know that I didn't post, and I want to apologize for that, because honestly, it's average of a person I am, which I totally know I'm an average person. I have lived the average city, semi-country, Texas life, and am no different from anyone else, and have been given the privileges of middle class, and now probably lower middle class. But lower middle class is still a lot better than homeless, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being homeless, but there's a lot of people that don't want to have to struggle, or homeless by choice or whatever. So I'm very appreciative of where I am, and I want to help people get here and further, and I want to go further. So hopefully we can still all do that together. Hopefully social media can be a part of it, and I can take you all along to do it. But I know that what I was getting at, to finish that circle, as average of a person as I am, I know that when I talk to other average people, I'm doing some not average things, and I meet some not average people and get to have opportunities that are really unique and cool, and I'd like to share those with you. And a lot of that comes from 3D printing. So if if you're inspired or interested in doing your own 3D printing business, probably the coolest part of it is just the fact that I get to have so many different clients that allows you to create a more personal relationship, or a stronger business connection with them or that company, if you want to do that. So with a lot of these other businesses and companies that I've put my hands in or got opportunities to work with or for, I'm always looking out for how 3D Print Everything or one of its clients can help or benefit any of those other companies, and that's been really beneficial, and what I think and hope will be able to propel me out of my current zip code to going where I want to. I was hoping 3D Print Everything would do it. I know there's plenty of stories of, if I get one or two good clients and they can pay me tens of thousands of dollars a month to complete parts for them, I can set up that farm and deliver the same part for a client, no problem, or have an individual client. But if I can't nail that exactly, and I'm always gonna or for a very long time I'm gonna have just a random assortment of students to businesses to individuals to inventors, then other opportunities might be what propel me out of this. And some of those can come from 3D printing. So I think I ran it too much and just said the same thing like twice in the 5 minutes. My apologies, guys. But just know that I'm back, and hopefully with inspiration and good comments and views, and hopefully getting better views, I will do a better setup. It won't be as shaky, because I really hope that didn't... I mean, that probably turned off some people. Anyways, I'm going to make this better, the format better. I'm going to stream more often, be more consistent, and hopefully you can too in whatever you want to be in your life. So I mostly just want to provide information and inspiration, and hopefully you got something useful out of this video, even if it's just information on how I'm doing. But otherwise, I'm in otherwise good health. Family's doing okay. We got our cat situation under control. We only have one sick cat that I'll have to deal with. But anyways, I hope y'all all have a really good December and a good Christmas, and I hope that I make at least 10 videos before Christmas. So we'll see you in the next video. 3D Print Everything out.